Replacing the engine coolant isn't something you need to do often, but if you do have to flush your coolant, it's a fairly straightforward process. You'll need a wrench, distilled or demineralised water, replacement coolant, and a container to capture the flushed coolant. First, make sure you can access the radiator cap. This may mean removing some fairings and the reserve coolant tank. Follow the hose from the radiator to the impeller cover and remove the drain bolt. Make sure the engine is cold before you do this and that you've placed your container under the drain. Next, remove the radiator cap. Generally, you'll need to first turn the cap counterclockwise to the first stop. Then push and turn it in further in the same direction and remove the cap. The pressure release from removing the radiator cap will then allow the coolant to drain. Empty your reserve tank into the container as well. Reattach the drain bolt with your hands, no need to tighten it too much. To ensure you flush your system properly, pour demineralised or distilled water into the radiator until it fills up to the filler neck. Remove the drain bolt again to empty the distilled water from the system. An option here is to run the engine for a few minutes to allow the distilled water to circulate before you drain it. Put your drain bolt back in, this time tightening it with the correct torque values as recommended by your manufacturer. Pour your new coolant in, but do it slowly. This reduces the amount of air that goes into the cooling system. Do the same with your reserve tank too. Replace the caps on both the radiator and reserve tank and run the engine until the radiator fan turns on. This will help any air trapped in the system to work through into the reserve tank. Note the air bubbles. Let the bike cool down. The expelled air will mean that once it has cooled, you'll need to fill up the reserve tank slightly. And do the right thing by the environment and dispose of your old coolant at a local refuse or recycling centre.